Okay, we are live. Hope everybody can hear me okay. And oh my goodness, it's been a crazy couple weeks. And last week we had to get our camper ready to go on a trip to attend our grandson's graduation, and that wasn't too far, but it was easier to take a camper than trying to find a place to stay. A couple hours drive, not too bad. Um, it went great, more or less. The weather wasn't particularly cooperative. A lot of rain, but it did cooperate in the sense that when we had to walk from the parking lot to the pavilion, it was dry. The ground wasn't dry, but it wasn't raining. When we got inside the pavilion, everything went pretty smooth. About 2/3 into the whole thing, it thunderstorms came through and it poured. It just poured. I felt bad for people. The people that were standing outside watching it rush in. And they were telling us it was going to be thunderstorm. There were thunderstorm warnings, and it was going to be, they were telling people basically stay put until we knew that things were safe. But by the time everything wrapped up, the rain had stopped, and the sun actually came out a little bit. So it worked out really well that way. When we went to my grandson's place to celebrate, we were outside for a little while, but then it started to rain, so we had to move it indoors. But we kind of expected that. So, but nice campground. The one in Bombazine, Vermont. It's a KOA campground. It was very nice. We're not very busy right now because it's kind of early in the season. So most of the people that were there are people who stayed there for the summer and had just things all set up for the summer. And a few folks that come early, maybe, or like us just for a weekend, or just passing through or that kind of thing. So there were a lot of empty spaces. But they said by this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, it was going to be really busy. So it's good. It was a really nice place, great people, and a really nice, well-stocked store, which was kind of convenient. Because we weren't planning on staying very long, just a couple of nights, so we didn't worry about too much in the way of food. But Castleton University, it's now called Northern Vermont University, but or Vermont State University, Vermont State University. Castleton campus. It used to be called Castleton College. It's actually the oldest college in Vermont, I think, or one of the oldest. So anyway, this is the 283rd graduating class, I think, or something like that. So kind of interesting area, and we had fun, with family and everything. Unfortunately, it was dampened a bit. We had a very, very close friend that passed away unexpectedly, and funeral was this week, and we had some stuff we had to do to help with that, and so that's why I didn't do anything Wednesday night to tonight, which also meant that I didn't have time for a preview. So I apologize for that, but it's going to be, I think, basically 100% jewelry tonight. I think I'm not well organized. It's going to be kind of, I'm probably going to have to take my time and make sure I am not making mistakes here, but we'll get going in a bit here. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, so it's been cold here, unseasonably cold. They're talking about snow on the mountain peaks tomorrow night and maybe Saturday night. And then by Sunday, it's supposed to be sunny, and by Monday, back in the, and then all next week back in the 60s and 70s, which is more typical for this time of year for us. It's been in the 40s and 50s, and I guess in some places they've even seen the 30s, upper 30s. So obviously, if it's going to snow in the peaks, it's going to be cold enough for it to snow. They're talking only an inch or two of snow, but not typical for this time of year. So they do keep a lot of the trails closed until Memorial Day weekend for the reason of worried about erosion for the hikers on the trails. But with all this rain, the ground's so saturated. I haven't been able to mow parts of my yard yet. The grass is almost knee deep. I'm gonna have to talk to some of my farming friends and get them to come in here and cut that first cut of hay. That's a yard. So we managed to mow a little bit in some spots that weren't wet, but it's basically underwater. My garden's underwater from all the rain, and we don't know what we're gonna do with this here. I can't get it rotilled until it's dry enough to get in there without sinking in. So can be kind of weird. But anyway, that's where we are. Just not a typical. I'm hoping this is an indication of summer and rainy summer. We've had those before, and I remember that was quite a few years ago when we went on a trip, and it seemed like every day it was raining. So anyway, that's where we are. Oh yeah, so let's go through the list here. Like I say, apologies for no preview. If you're new, please email me. It's in the chat. I don't think I highlighted it, but it's in the chat. I think there's a way of doing that. Maybe not. No, it's not. So anyway, if you're new, this is my name. Here's my email right there, and I invoice through PayPal, and I ship through Pirate Ship to give you the best deal I can. And there's always a what's nice now is that both UPS and the post office automatically insure up to $100. So, but I package things really well. I think I've had a couple. I have to admit I've had a couple of issues, but you learn what to expect for handling. So we do the bidding in dollar increments or more, up to $10, and $2 or more after that. And then most of the stuff tonight is going to be in that range. It's not going to be I don't have $100 type stuff. So keeping it affordable. Once that post is sold in the chat, that closes the bidding. Unless I'm doing multiple items, and I'll explain if we do that. And I am doing a couple of those tonight. I do have some silver items tonight. I don't have anything. I don't think I have any gold. No, I think so. And, usually, if anything I have that's gold, it's gold plated or gold electroplate or gold filled. I don't think, unless it's some of the stuff from the estate that I bring in might have that. But I'll let you know. I haven't had time to test anything, so I'll just tell you what I know and what my confidence level is in the items. So we'll go from there. If you have any questions, of course, post them in the chat. And I think that is about it. And don't be afraid to get in the chat and say hello, and don't lurk out there. I usually start with non-jewelry stuff, but I have so much jewelry tonight, and I haven't written any of it down. So usually I'm going pretty quick with this stuff because I got it all written down. I can go pretty quickly, but tonight may take me a little longer. I say I had that time to organize, so I apologize for that. Let's get started. Let me switch cameras over to the table. Check my settings here. And like I said, I've got some really unusual pieces tonight as well. I think unusual. Maybe somebody else who says, "Oh, I know what that is," and I know some of the folks are more than happy to comment in the chat, but they are. This was just a piece of jewelry that was in a batch we got from Aeropostale, and to me it looks like dog tags, and this chain thing, and it's got the Aeropostale 87 on here, and their address on this tag, and then nothing on the other side. I didn't know if anybody would be interested in something like that, but for $1, if you're interested, I'm just going to throw it out there for $1, and we'll see if anybody wants to. I'm going to have to see if I can spell it right. A-E. Oops. Almost already started writing. Aeropostale necklace. And we'll start that at $1. If anybody's interested. My guess is that they're trying to mimic dog tags, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but it was just an unusual thing I thought I'd throw out there. See if anybody's interested in something unusual like that. Otherwise, I'll probably just donate it to our local thrift shop. Okay. Like I said, I have two items that are non-jewelry. Actually, I have a couple of others too, maybe, that if it's interesting, anybody who's looking for a new wallet. I have a couple of brand new wallets that I literally will have to open the package to show you. So there's that. Okay, so we'll pass on this. And I just thought I'd throw it out there, see if anybody was interested. But, okay. All right. What to show next? Like I said, I'm not very well organized. I apologize. Oh, that's what I have. I'm right here. So I have a bunch of, this is the first item here. These are all These three are all stone. This one here is a mixture of, it feels like wood, I think, and glass and crystals. It's a stretchy one. I think they're all stretchy. This one looks like it's, I don't know, maybe Amazonite green, and this is a mixture of different pieces. It looks like some amber chips and some citrine, and this is similar. Also, looks like some possibly some dark citrine. So, choice of bracelets. We'll do a name it to claim it. How's that sound? Be a one price. And if I can spell the word claim it, I'd be more than happy. Buy it now for $2. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. I guess if anybody's interested. But there we are. Okay. So, or maybe you can just put the color if you want green, glass bead. This is kind of an amber color. This is kind of a mixed amber and citrine, like I said. And looks like little seed beads in there to separate pieces as well, little black seed beads. This is a really dark, almost like a forest green. Like I say, this is a combination of various pieces. And this is also similar with the little black beads in between. And they're all stretchy things. So, okay. Now this one actually has a clasp on it. Yeah, the other two do not. This is not a stretchy one. These are. So, okay. Excuse me. All right. Like I said, I brought some of the estate stuff tonight, so we'll do some of that. I had some people ask about that last time, and I did say I'd try and bring some, so I did bring some tonight. Some of this I've had out there before, but maybe there's somebody else out there that's interested in seeing something that they haven't seen before, and we'll do that. I think I'll go to that next if there's no interest in the bracelets. We'll do an estate piece here. I'm looking to see if this one's marked. Give me a second here. Some of them are and some of them aren't. This woman had some generally pretty good taste, but sometimes she just had regular old costume jewelry, which is what I'm going to show you elsewhere right now. No interested in any other bracelets, we'll just pass on those, and that's fine. And I'm going to have in my picture, you probably saw some of the stuff we're going to be showing later. The dichroic stuff. Here's another bracelet. This came from the estate. It's a very pretty bracelet. It's I just checked the clasp to see if there was anything on it, and I'm going to call this the white and black. I don't know what else to call it. These sort of look like freshwater pearls, but I don't believe they are. I don't. I think this is. Let me get it spread out there better. There we go. So I'm just going to call this a black and white bracelet. And we'll start this one at $5. Yes. She did have good taste, but I was looking to see if there's a name on or marking on the connector, but I didn't, on the clasp, but I didn't see one. Okay, while you're perusing that, the next item lined up. Okay, I guess I can move a little more quickly than I thought, so we'll see how it goes here. We'll see. I'm just checking this other piece here right now to See if it too is marked as another state piece. It's a necklace, so I'm going to move some things around here and we can show it to you better. Okay. Get my tape measure so I can measure necklaces. I try to give you the length. I'm gonna guess it's like, it looks like 18. 24. Cool. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll pass on this little bracelet. And bring the camera up to show you this necklace. A little higher here. This is these are glass and white. So it's blue and white with glass here, and I believe the crystals, the little tiny blue crystals in between. I'll show it up close here in a bit. And I think that it's got I think it's 24 inches what I measured on this. So I'll call this a blue glass necklace. And like I said, this is from the estate. That's all we're blue. Happy, there we go. We'll start this at $7. Okay. And I'll show you the style of clasp it is. This is my inventory tag on there. And you can see it is alternating blue glass, little blue crystals, and little white pearl-like beads. And in between each of those is another little seed bead. It looks like silver tone beads that are mixed in there as well. So quite a bit of variety, actually, of material in there. Yeah, I'm not sure why I wrote on here, but you can see that the beads catch the light nicely. If there's any interest in that. Well, we'll go on to some earrings. Where am I here? Actually, interestingly enough, I can, for a couple bucks more, I can throw in a matching set of earrings. Sort of matching. They're similar. They're light blue, really long. Anybody who's interested. But, okay. Pass on this. And screen. Oh. Yeah, it was a rough week. Let me see here. What am I going to do next? Set earrings, didn't I? Grab a pair of these. These are really pretty. I'm going to put them down on the table here and I'll bring the camera down. There. Maybe I'll bring the camera a little closer. Sorry, I'm blocking my own light here. So these are glass, Lawn Shepherd's hooks. I don't know if the hooks are silver or silver plate. I couldn't get a chance to test, but you can see the beads here. I'll try to show them more closely. I have a little pattern on them. So they kind of hang like, let me bring the camera up so you can see it at the right angle. So they look like that when they're being worn. There. Okay, so I'll set those down. I think for these, I'm going to ask, I'm going to call these the green glass earrings. Oops, get in the right spot to type. Green glass earrings. We'll start these at, we'll start these at 5, I guess. Trying to display them there. There we go. If there's any interest in those. I've got both earrings and necklaces tonight, and some bracelets like the ones you saw at the beginning. If you were at the beginning, you saw there's a few at the beginning. Not too many on the bracelets, but a few. I got some more. Okay. Let's set up this next one. Well, let's this. No interest in the green glass earrings, so we will pass on those. And I gotta find a place to put this stuff down. Okay, let's bring the camera back up to a necklace. I did put the length on this one. I guess it's between 16 and 18. I'm blocking my light again. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so this is a piece of dichroic glass here, and you can see even the beads, and these larger beads are also where you have the 3 strands. There's some smaller beads and some medium-sized beads. Let me see here. I think I am trying to remember. I think we'll start these at $8. I think so. So, it does have an extender chain on it, or an adjustable chain, I guess you want to call it. There it is, the lobster claw. And you can see the 3 different strands here with the glass beads. And then the base, then there's some gold tone pieces in there. Sorry, too close to the camera. Gold tone pieces in here, and then the pendant itself, which is also dichroic glass. So it's a mixture of green and gold, I guess, and clear. And we will set that back in the display here. I'm trying. My display is broken. I can't. So I have to prop it up against the backdrop here. But oops, I'm hanging out very even in my. There. Okay. Oh, that's about as good as it gets. I think it's a good thing I brought some cough drops tonight. Let's see if we need that. Okay. While you're perusing that, I will see what else we got from the estate here. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, no interest in the green dichroic glass necklace. I'll throw another estate piece of it. I wish I had taken this tag off. It kind of distracts. See if I can get it off. I'll leave that up for a second longer while I get this tag off of here. This one's quite long too. See if I can measure it here. Yeah. Okay. We will pass on this. Hope everybody's doing well out there tonight. Oops. And it's warmer where you are than it is here. All right, another estate piece. This one I don't honestly know what the material is. It's not cold to the touch, so I'm going to guess it's. But it's again, she used to really like long necklaces. This one is quite long. Let me move the camera back a little bit so you can see it better. It's black, shiny beads. And that's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it a black beads necklace. We'll start this one at $6. I'll show you it up close. It's got a barrel type clasp. No markings on that barrel, I can see. Nope. And you can see that, again, they did the deal where they have a large bead separated by the smaller black bead. But very shiny, whatever it is. And kind of a hexagonal shape. If there's any interest in that, we got to peruse while I get the next item. I don't think I brought any pins tonight. I just realized that. I usually have at least a couple. Huh. Well, no, I really didn't. So, okay. Well, we'll pass on this one. I guess I am moving a little quickly, aren't I? That's all right. No, if you just tell me to slow down, I'll slow down. Okay, earrings. Let's do a pair of earrings. Get up closer again. See them up close. I don't think this is the card they were originally on. It says $7.99 on there, and I think this is the card that was convenient to put them on. They are post earrings. You can see them there in the back. And pink and orange and clear crystal. We will call these the pink and orange earrings. And we'll start these at $4. How's that sound? And it's really funny. We had 70 and 80 degree weather here just 2 weeks ago, and it just all of a sudden plunged. So yeah, it was kind of weird. We thought, we'll get our garden in there early this year. Yeah. Nope. Not this time. But that's the way it is. And we will continue to watch our yard get taller and taller. I'm probably going to have to hire somebody to come in, like I said. Okay, I'm interested in these. I'm going to pass on those. Like I said, there's not too many in the way of bracelets, but we'll show you the, these four here. These are, looks like amber chips, and I'm not sure, maybe it was amazonite and little silver in there. These are glass beads, and I think, or maybe acrylic. This is stone, whatever it is. I don't think it's citrine. I'm not sure what it is, actually. And this is a combination of some chips of white and blue, and it is cold to the touch, so it is definitely stone. This is the only one of, again, just like we have one that has a clasp on it. No markings in any of these, of course. So again, name it to claim it, and we'll do these at $2. Oh, that's right. That's a buy it now, $2. My mistake. If there's any interest. So again, stone, not stone, a mixture, I think, of stone and coal, so it's definitely stone. And some of this is coal and some of this is not. So, so yeah, obviously stretchy, not stretchy. So, okay. Quiet out there. Nobody chatting at all. So, let me see here. What else is? We'll do another estate piece. This one I think is marked. Not sure. Maybe not. It is one piece I've tried to sell before. I know that. And we'll set that up. You guys can see the nut. Okay. All right, we'll pass on the bracelets. I didn't even post that up there, did I? Oh well. Okay. Pass. Right. Okay. This is an estate necklace again. This is I think the black beads are hematite, and it's got little crystals all the way around on it. I'm going to call this the large white bead and black beads necklace. I got to give it a name just so I keep track of things. So, well, as best as I can. We'll start this one at $8. So this is a pretty high. I think this was a pretty nice piece of one back in the day. It's got this style of clasp, the toggle style clasp. You see the pearl-like beads accent there, with a larger pearl-like beads there. And what's interesting is in between, they've got little silver tone things with crystals in them around each of the black beads. So this is pretty interesting. And then they have the silver tone cap here on each end of the larger beads, so you get an idea what that looks like. Make sure you can see the detail on that. It looks like it's about 18 or 20 inch maybe or more. If you're interested, I can measure it. But that is that. All right. I have boxes and boxes of stuff today, so I'm just trying to sort through it. I guess we'll get to some of the dichroic stuff that, like the one you saw in the preview. Well, not preview, in the picture of the video tonight. I do have a little bit of some sterling stuff, so I'll show you that. Let's do one of the dichroic pieces here. Let's do this one after this. Okay, so no interest in this necklace. So we will pass on that. Excuse me. And we're going to put another necklace right up there. Put this one aside, the estate stuff. So this is a piece of dichroic glass. I actually, like the last auction I had, this is on a gold tone chain. Let's see, what is this? Orange and blue? I guess that is. Yeah. Okay. Oops, I spilled dichroic. I think I did. Get CHR. Okay. Doesn't like my spelling. No. Guess it doesn't recognize that word. All right. We're starting this at $8. Same price as last time. I was showing some of these. And it's on a gold tone chain. I don't think the bail that it's mounted on is also just gold tone as well. I want to show you up close. Get the focus. There we go. Now you can see the reflection from the light. There's the back, just so you know what the back looks like. But yeah, we did meet the artist that makes these. She is retiring to South Carolina. So very interesting, I thought. And the chain's I'm going to guess is 16 or 18, probably 18. Just needed too much. Well, it gives you an idea of what it looks like. I gotta see if I got Google dichroic. I'm spelling that wrong. It must be. No, DICHROIC. Yep. My spell check doesn't recognize that word. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. There'll be more of those coming through the evening here as we go. Okay, let's try. Pardon me while I fix the problem. Next item. Piece of paper stuck on it. Must have been something that came out of the box it was in. Yeah. Get some more earrings. They're on a card with a name, but I don't think that, again, I don't think it's related. I think they just put it on the card. Okay, let's remove this guy and we'll pass on him. And we'll bring the camera down to some earrings. Gold tone wire type earrings in their post. See? I don't think that that's a realistic. I mean, I don't think that's the manufacturer. I don't think it's Melody. I think it's just a card they had. Convenient because if you notice it, they barely fit on that card. They're heart shaped. There we go. And we'll start these at $5, I guess. Anybody's interested. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That was my tape that was holding my thing. You just heard. Okay. Oops. Got it off the side. There we go. Okay. And while you're perusing those, we'll line up the next time. Grow, thing, item. I hesitate to show this next item, but I think I will. As soon as I can get this thing's untangled. Man, they are really tangled. I only had it in there for a few minutes. Okay. Oh my! I didn't know that did that. How I did that? I just tangled up a necklace and just turn that. There we go. Okay, we'll pass on this. And put those aside. I brought this Sarah Coventry pearl-like necklace. This thing is huge. It could use a little. It's a little bit on the loose side, right up on the top here where the string is. So I'm a little concerned about it. So I'm going to let this go. And there's the Sarah Coventry tag. This thing, I don't know if I can get my tape measure that long. Let me try here. It is 30, almost 30 inches. Wow, 28, close to 30 inches. But it's 30 inches drop. So that makes it 60 inches long. So and I'm going to let this go for, it is really just worth it for the beads, I think, because I think it should get restrung. You can see where this, right on one end here, it's starting to give a little bit. So I think the string is just stretching out, and I'd be afraid to tell you that it's a wearable piece, but you could wear it, I suppose. You need to be aware of that issue. So I'm marking this way down, and if there's any interest in that piece, and I say this it's not knotted in between the beads. They're faux pearls, of course. They're not real. I didn't see any discoloration on any of them. They're in good shape. And if you're really good at restringing, this one actually is pretty easy. It should be pretty easy to do, and actually reuse all the hardware that comes with it. So, but I just thought I'd throw it out there if anybody was interested in something like that. And yeah. Okay. Okay, is this what I want to do next? Yeah, that's what I want to do next. Just a second. And so again, these are earrings on a card that I don't think they're original. So let's pass on this guy. Item. We'll move that aside. Show you some earrings. I'm just trying to get inventory tag out of the way. So I think these are turquoise or turquoise. I'm not sure which, but and then this is quartz. Mixed in with it, and then they have some white beads, white pearl-like beads in there. I think they're probably about 1.5 inches across. Yep, 1.5 inches across. So Large gold tone wire earrings. We'll start this at $5. And they're shepherd hooks. You see? With the little stopper thingies in the back. That's good. I actually had a whole bag of those I just had earlier today. Found them in our supplies. I didn't realize we had them. Which is good, because sometimes you lose those things. Let's see, is there all the bag stuff I want to show? Oh no, I showed this stuff already. This was last week, or last time. Oh. This is not stuff. Okay, hold on, since I want. Okay, all right. We will pass on. Go up to dry. Let me get another sip of water. And get a get up my Ricola. Okay, now we're going to pass on. Maybe we should do another. Let's do the one I showed in the opening thing. The dichroic. You call this the multi-color dichroic pendant. It's on a gold tone chain, just so you know. And we'll start this one at $8. I'm going to hang it up so you can see it better. I think it'll show better. Hang it up. The light hits it better that way. Get a little closer. There we go. It's on a gold tone chain. Okay. So you see what it looks like that way when it's hanging. And that's what it looks like up close. That's the back. Okay. Let's see. What are we going to do next? What earrings, I think. I got one really nice silver piece I'm going to show after that, after the earrings. Just checking these earrings to see if they're marked. I never did look at them. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. These, I think, are actually new. Okay, we're going to pass on this. These earrings I'm going to show you, I think, are actually on the original card. Excuse me. That's why I took a cough drop. No, not cough drop, yeah. Lozenge. Okay, my light's not hitting it quite right. There we go. There we go. So they got a nice little green there. It's called Genuine Flowers. It says these miniature flowers are gathered and by hand and forever preserved. I think that's really. I think this is true. I think this is really what the are. But have some green. It's like a green. I could be wrong. This could be just a card they found convenient that just happened to look like flowers and whatever. But there's a green, because there's a green crystal right in the center. of these, and they're post earrings. Just so you can see there. As you can see from my thumb, they're not really big. Oops, I had to get that off the screen. We call these the flower earrings. We'll start these at, I've been doing $5 all night for earrings and stuff. I think I'll continue. Something going fluky with my lighting here. I don't know what's going on tonight. I usually have this pretty well set up. Let me see if I can get that shadow out of there. Yeah, there's the problem. Okay. Okay. I have some. Let's see, one more bracelet. We'll see about that. Yeah. Look at this. Okay, we'll pass on those. Okay. Let's see. I've got this one other bracelet with all these lampwork beads on it. Typically, I get, this is a little different. This is a little different than the other ones I've usually had. But there's none of these beads are marked that I can see. Double check here, but no. Some of the beads I've had in the past have been marked. So we'll just say network bead bracelets. We'll start this at $5. I know that if it was Pandora beads, they're worth a lot. Just the beads by themselves. And I had a few of those kicking around too. I think they might be in this box of the estate stuff I got. I don't recall. No, this one's marked 925. Yeah. No, it's not as marked. It's definitely marked, but I can't make out what it says. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else from the estate here that you might be interested in. I can't find the other half of that. Give me a minute. Still looking. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, we'll pull that. And pass on that. Okay. I put this very short. Well, it's got an extension on it. I couldn't find any markings on this one. There is a marking on this one. I'll take that back. Just give me a second. Aha. This is you can see the kind of a cat's eyes type style beads on here. Get the camera up in the right spot. There we go. The clasp is marked 925. I'm assuming it's correct, but I can't promise it. It does have an extender chain, about a 2-inch extender chain on this thing. I don't think it'll show. I'll try. Maybe it'll show the 925 marking on there if it'll focus. If I can get my hand steady enough. And I can sort of see it, but not quite. But the beads are really interesting. They're these little black beads, but they look like a cat's eye thing. And this thing is not really long. It looks like it's a wire core on it. Now, let's just see, without the extension, it is about 14-inch, with the extension probably 16. So, and we'll start this at, I don't know, $6, I guess. Is there any interest in something like that? Separated by little gold tone beads, looks like, or silver. Hang on, I gotta get up close with my eyes here. I guess they're silver. Little silver tone beads, or maybe silver because the clasp is silver. Who knows? Can't test them; they're too small. So, I think that's a good deal. And then we're gonna do some. Let's see here. I'm checking these. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Okay. No interest in these. This one, I mean. We'll pass on that. And do some interesting copper style earrings. They appear to be copper. I don't have any way of testing that, but we'll get you up close here so you can see it better. I don't believe the ear hooks are copper either. So I just because copper's not magnetic and they don't pass the magnet test. They are magnetic. But the base pieces are not. The decorative pieces are not magnetic. So there is that. So let's see. We're going to call this the copper earrings. We'll start these at $6. I think. It's a shepherd's hook. Trying to get the light to hit it right. There we go. Give you an idea what they look like. Give you an idea of the size. You can assume my thumb's about 1 inch roughly across. Pretty close. And so they are. We'll hang down about almost 2-inch pattern. It is copper. They look a little washed out here from the lighting, so if we back it off, you'll see the copper better. There, that helps. Okay. That's not what I want. Okay. Now we've been going about an hour now. this one here. Okay, we're going to pass on that. And another necklace. Let's camp up a little bit. It's a little shorter. It's got blue seed beads. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 strands of seed beads. And another piece of glass. Yep, that's glass on the bottom. So, blue. And I think these are glass as well. Yeah, those are glass. We'll start this one at 7, I think. Let me see. Oh, there it is. I'm missing some. I knew I had more earrings and stuff. Oh, yeah. I forgot she had this. Okay. Oops, let me pop that up on the screen here for a second. Let me set this up. The next item. Ah, there they are. I knew I had a bag of these somewhere. They call them ear nut rubber clear for putting on the back of their earrings. The whole bag full of them. So it's cool. Oh, there's the one she was talking about. I don't know what to do with that, though. Okay. Sorry, just trying to fix something here on the side while you're looking at that. All right, let's switch over to the next item. Nice little choker. This is cloth. I'll show you the back in a minute here. Sorry. Like I said, not organized tonight. Get that off the screen. Oops, let's get that off the screen. Black choker with crystal. Actually, I had no idea what this was supposed to go for, so I'm going to just throw a number out there. We'll say $5. How's that? And put that up on the screen so you can see it. There. I'll show you the back here in a second. Oh, see, there's the back, and it's been taped up just to keep the pieces from floating around. But there's the clasp. It does have a little pattern at the end of the velvet. It's a velvety material. This black, kind of a velvety material with this crystal on the middle of it. No markings on that I could see. It's a big crystal surrounded by little ones. If there's any interest in that. I have no idea what the length is, but it is adjustable. You can see there was a extension chain on it. Yeah. I know there's a trick to opening these little bags, but I always have the trouble anyway, even after they tell you how to do it. Trying to open this bag. Well, we'll get to that afterwards. I guess we'll just do this one later. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to stuff together here to show you. More earrings. More earrings. Okay. Let's do this next piece, another necklace. This one, I think, is marked, as I recall. Yep, this one. The only thing it's marked on is the toggle. Now, I'll show you that in a second here. But okay, so we'll pass on this. All right, bring the camera back up. Necklace. So blue and green with this black stone in the center here. And that is a stone. You can see it's got a really nice swirly pattern to it here. And the toggle is actually marked. It's a toggle clasp on. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, and we'll start in this one at $7. Yeah, it's a toggle style clasp, and let me see if I can find where the marking is on it. It's a little bit tarnished. I did not take the time to clean it, but somewhere on here it was marked 925. It's very, very faint. I didn't even notice it right away. Oh, there it is, right on the corner. Let's see if I can get that up on camera. Sorry. There's where it's marked. And there's the beads. You can see what they look like up close. And the colors come up pretty good on the camera, my camera here, my video. And there's the pendant up close. And I would guess it's about 16. I'll measure it. Hang on. Yeah, it's about 16. So, yeah, if there's any interest in that. Okay. And don't see anybody jumping at that either. We'll pass on that. And we'll do another dichroic necklace and then some earrings. This one's a triangular shape. Again, on a gold tone chain. Have a yellowish background with a. So I'm going to call this the triangle. Oops. Hang on. I'm going to do something like that eventually. Triangle dichroic pendant. And we'll start this one at $8 also. So we're going to close here. It's on a gold tone. It's on a gold tone bail. Here's the front. This one's a little different. It's layered. If you couldn't tell that from looking at it. And there's the back. So it's a layered piece. So it's a little different from the others I've been showing. But it is glass. Different, huh? On a gold tone chain. Okay. Bruise that. We'll set a pair of earrings to show you. Oh, my work hours have changed. I'm now working 7:30 to 11:30 every day, so I get up earlier now. Let me show you. Make sure. Okay. Interest in that, we will pass on that. Quiet out there tonight. And we'll go with a pair of earrings. So bring the camera down and out like that. And these are little gold color and mini stones, crystals in it. As you can see, post. And we're going to call these round gold tone earrings. And we'll start these at $5 also. I'll give you a better up close here and get it to focus. There we go. See all the little crystals in there? Sign. So it looks like a little, it's supposed to be a flower or a basket. I don't know, it's supposed to be representing the shape it's supposed to represent, but you get the idea. I did not see any kind of a name on them. I did look, I think, on the back of the earring. Excuse me. Now, that's on this while I'm setting it up. Okay. No interest in those. Pass on those. Oh. Goes away. Bring the camera up. Oh, again, it's not a little higher. This one's a 14-inch with a 2-inch extension on it. Get the camera up. There we go. These are cold. Well, I don't know. Take that back. Maybe not cold to the touch. They're like a chip style earring with white accenting beads on it. So what did all this? The orange and white necklace. And I can't spell orange. We'll start this one at $6. If there's any interest, let me show you the clasp is a gold tone color. I have it fully extended right now. Interesting, they put a little accent thing right at the end of it with a little crystal in it. I see that occasionally. The kind of a little finish to it. Okay. All righty. I was trying to save the best for the end here. I'm getting towards the end, sort of. I got more, but I think I may just save some for next week and go back to my regular time. But I did want to show a couple of items. I got 2 pieces that are silver related. We'll do those and go from there. Almost dropped it on the floor. We'll do these earrings next, and then I got 2 sets, actually 3 sets. Well, we'll save those for next week. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we'll pass on this. And pull that off of there. Show some really interesting large earrings. Oops, piece of paper out of the way. Yes, there are 2 earrings in there. This is brand new, never taken out of the bag. So there are the second earring is just like it underneath. And this is what, almost 2. I'd say almost 2 inches across, that earring. Black and white pearl bracelet. Hang on, Marlene. I will get it for you. Black and white pearl bracelet. Was that one of the estate pieces? I think. No, that's not it. I'll leave that up there for a second while I look for it. Like I said, I'm not very well organized tonight. It must have been an estate piece. Yes. I think so. Give me a second. Oh, you know what? I just realized it's not opening up. Huh. All right. Let me see if I can find it here first. I'm still looking. Let me pass on this. And get that off the screen. Oh, did I even put a price up on these? I didn't even put a price up on that. So let me just pull those on these anyway. Okay, and let me look for your necklace. I mean, bracelet. Darn, what did I do with it? Let me make sure I got the right one. I think this is the one you. If this is the one, is this the one you're thinking of? Oops, is this the one? Not really pearl. That's why I'm wondering. Yeah, if that's the one you're talking about, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'll keep looking. Can't be that far. Okay. Actually, for this, I just found that while I was looking for this piece, I found the matching necklace. I didn't know I had a matching. This is from the estate. Interesting. I'm still looking. I thought there was another one I had besides that one. That was black and white. I thought I was keeping all of it within my reach here. So is this the one though? That's what I need to know. It's a necklace. That's got to be it. That's the only thing I have that's black and white that I showed tonight, I think. So I can put my hands on it. That was in a box next to me. So, oh, the flower earrings. Yep, I can grab those. I know where I put those. Those I have right there. So let me know if that's the bracelet. I want to make sure I give you the right thing. And like I said, I have a matching necklace for it if you're interested. It's the estate piece. I'd have to go back through my chat, I guess, and see what I did. When was that? No, not that far back. Yeah, might have been. Been a quiet night. Do you think I'd remember? Large white last necklace. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for your confirmation from you on that. So, but like I said, it turns out I have the matching neck. I didn't realize that it was a set. And so if you're interested, I will show you all of it. Turns out there's a matching necklace to go with this bracelet. And they're not marked. So, triangle orange pendant like correct? Yep. Gotcha. That I can put my hands down pretty quick. Let me grab a bag to put your stuff in. Head bags here. There we go. Give me a second here and I'll Just kind of bag it up here. Yes. So if this is the necklace that goes with the bracelet that you were talking about, that's fine. That's fine, Marlene. I totally understand. I saw your thing at the beginning saying you had some things you were taking care of. So is this the bracelet that you're interested in? I need to know that. And if you're interested, we'll throw the whole thing. I will do what I was doing with these sets from this estate before. I think it was $9 for both pieces. Yes. Okay. So $9 for both pieces is fair. I think you're okay with that. That's what we'll do. Okay. Yes, good deal, I think. I will write that down right now, so otherwise I will forget because I didn't put it. Well, let me put it in the chat just so I have it recorded. Sold to Marlene, black and white bracelet necklace set for $9. Oh boy, try to type too fast. Okay, and let me also say sold to Marlene flower earrings. I think those were $5. And triangle acrylic necklace. Okay, just make it official. I am not. I'm still trying to go till 10:30. I'm just getting a little tired, but I'll survive. I was just trying to find a bag to put your stuff in so I can mark it. Let me just set it here, and I'll know it's yours. Set it aside. Okay. I was saving some of the nicer items towards the end, which I often do. This is marked. Now, this is an interesting piece. This is brand new, but I took it out of the package because there's no way to show it. It was in this little plastic pouch and, little plastic bag. It says it's an American Eagle. Oops, I can't straight here again. Sorry, it's all messed up here. American Eagle necklace, layered sterling. So I tested it with a magnet. It is not 925 sterling, but boy, it sure looks like it. It did a nice job. Let me see if I can get this to lay out right. Display it properly. So this is silver layered necklace. I assume they mean plated. Maybe this is bad wording, but it says American Eagle. Like I said, it's American Eagle layered sterling, whatever that means. There's no markings on it itself, but it's a really delicate little chain, as you can see. And then there's the eagle pendant. I think it's about 18 inch. Let me look here. Yeah, it is really good plating. About 18 inch. So I don't even remember where I got this, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Necklace. I guess I'm trying to be good on the price here. I will say $9, I guess, for this. Ignore my typos there. Oh, finger stuck on the caps key. But yeah, there's that. There's any interest. We'll start the bidding at 9. Then I have one other item that's even nicer, I think. And we'll show that next. Get the nice items out here, and then we'll go back to some of the other items. And I was showing a pair of earrings I never showed a price on, so I'll put them back out in a second here. But any interest in the American Eagle necklace, 18-inch, very delicate chain, as you can see, compared to my fingers here. Not a lobster claw type clasp, just a round clasp. No markings on that chain. So, but anyway, okay. We will pass on that. Excuse me. Now, this is the other one. I came across this. I had probably showed this in an auction. I may have never shown this in an auction. I don't know. This one is 925. And it's marked. And I believe it is silver. And it is a really pretty piece. Let me put this away here. Excuse me. I don't want this to get lost and tangled. So I'll take care of this. This one is marked 925. This is also, I'm going to have to take it off of here so you can see it up close, and then you can see what I'm asking for it. Hematite, I believe that's hematite. And there's a little sterling silver ring with see if we can get that to focus. Crystals in it. Really nice necklace. Lobster claw. It is marked 925 somewhere on here. I don't know if it's 925 Italy or just 925. I can't remember. Let me get my loop. Hang on. My eyesight's not that good. Yeah. 925 Italy. So, I gotta start this one at least at 16. And I still think that's a good deal. It could be worth a lot more than that. I didn't test the stones. I'm assuming they're crystals, but I don't think they're diamond chips. I did look at them with my loupe, and they're not clear. So I kind of suspect that they might be diamond chips, but I never. They're so tiny, it's hard to test them. So, whoops. What did I do? Oh, here we go. So, that's your bid. Sorry, I thought that's what I typed in there. Man, I am tired. Okay. I got Merlini in there at 16. So we'll say going once, going twice. Excuse me. Last call. Okay. Thank you. Write your name down on that one. Today is the 22nd. Okay. Say thank you. We'll take that off the screen and bang that up. It's a really pretty piece. I have seen I saw a very similar piece, and I know this isn't it. There was a Tiffany piece, very similar to this, but I know this isn't Tiffany. Um, going for considerable amount, but there wasn't. It was black opal, the piece they had, and diamonds. So it was pretty cool, actually. Okay. Well, I got another unusual dichroic glass piece. We'll show that one, I think. So I'll show it close here and again. So I want to call this the elongated dichroic glass necklace. Oh, good grief. I keep forgetting I got to click in that field. Try that again. Type it again. Elongated dichroic glass necklace. Same as the ones before, $8. And as I said last time I had some of these, we met the woman that makes them. So I think I have some that are on silver, but I have to check. But the ones I've been showing have been on gold tone. So that is not showing it well. Pull that away, see if that helps. So that's the front. There's the back. There's the back. All the dichroics are that way. Very interesting shape. I'm not quite sure if she had something in mind when she did it. I didn't get into a big conversation with her. But, let me try to hang it back up here. What? $9? It's $8. It's a typo, I assume, Marlene. Okay. I figured that. You didn't want to pay extra. Going once, going twice. Excuse me. Last call. My throat's a little dry tonight for some reason. And it's so damp here, I can't figure out why. And that is yours. Sold, sold, sold. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Put that with your other pieces. Okay, earrings. Earrings. Did I show these? No, I didn't show these. These are similar to the ones I showed, but they're different, I think. Yeah, these are similar but different. They're similar because they're small, round earrings, but they're not. I didn't check these for markings either. They're interesting. Yeah. Pull the back off them real quick. No, I didn't think they were marked. You never know, though. It's amazing what you sometimes come across. Okay, bring it down. Hands out of there. So these are black and gold tone earrings. And we'll start these at $5. The post earrings. You can see the pattern there. Oh, that's in there. And you can see how they look on the side here. Like that. Yeah, I know. We got to watch for mold in this old house. I'll tell you that. Okay. You got up. What did I do with the other stuff? It goes back in there. Okay. Oh, that's right. Instead of bringing these back, I'm going to bring another pair of earrings, I think, in a necklace. Well, more of a choker, actually. Okay. And we will pass. Oops, put the screen there briefly. Yeah, I've got a dehumidifier running in my basement, but it doesn't help much upstairs. All right, we'll pass on those. Oh, excuse me. You can probably tell I'm yawning. Okay, we've got this. This is a mixture of glass and acrylic and kinds of different colored beads. Pretty. Bring the camera up, show it from top down view here better. There. I think this is really 14 inch maybe. There's no extension chain on this, so yeah, it looks like it's about 14 inch. Yeah, 14 inch mixture of green and yellow beads. These are glass, I can tell right away. But there are some other smaller seed beads in the middle, and a mixture of colors, but mostly predominantly green and yellow. So that's what we'll call it. Green and yellow. I'm going to call this a choker because it's pretty small. You start this at $5. I'm going to show another. I'm going to show an item I showed once before in past auction a year, some time ago, I think. I don't think this is a name. Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah, that's right. This does have a name on it. Yeah. So get set up. Okay. Put that up on there. I don't know if anybody's interested in Pokemon cards. I got a package of Pokemon cards. I don't think they're new. I think they've been repackaged, but I don't think they're new. I showed this. Yeah, I showed that. I'm trying to be, like I say, I'm not organized tonight. So I got stuff I'm probably going to show by accident here. Again, a second time. Just look at my. Okay, no interest in that. That's all right. And one more bracelet. This one's got gold stone. These are what they call gold stone beads. They're actually a manufactured bead, but they're stone that's been heated, I think, or something. I forget how kind of treatment they gave. And it's a combination of these gold stone and brass pieces with a chain with an adjustable length for the bracelet, as you can see. And so this is a gold stone bracelet. Oh God. Bracelet. We'll start this at $5. Is any interest? And yeah, let's bring these earrings back. And what else do I have here? Okay. Excuse me. Yawning, and you probably can hear me yawning. Okay. No, we're not going to do this piece. think we'll save that for next week. Okay, we'll pass on this. I've got one more pearl-like necklace. I say pearl-like because it's not pearls. This one came from. Oh, this has got a name on it. It's a Christina. I think I measured this at 19. Oh, that's just a stop number. Okay, so there is a tag on it. The manufacturer's tag on it here. And I had to look it up. I think it turned out to be Christina. It's a C. Let's see if that'll focus. But what's interesting is that between each of the simulated pearls here, there's a little silver tone bands with little crystals in between. I'm guessing that's about 16-inch width out with the extension, maybe 18. So necklace, we'll start it at $8. Okay. Actually, the upstairs of my house generally is not as humid as the downstairs, which is where I am right now. I guess probably because it tends to be warmer up here. Heat rises. But, okay, no interest in that. So pass on that. Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to show those big earrings again. So, I said really, really large. But pretty though, flowery. Like a rose, I believe. That's a rose. Yeah, well, actually, we're getting our roof worked on this year. We have problems with it. It's a metal roof, but we still have problems with it. Oh, we'll see $4 to see for these earrings. Let's see, there are two in there. They're brand new. Package has never been opened. They're metal. If you're wondering, or they appear to be metal. It's thin metal, but they're metal. Yeah, we have a metal roof that was put on probably 15 years ago now or more. And a roofing expert came by to help figure out what some of our problems were. And he said, oh, well, the screws that fasten the roof down, they have these rubber grommets that seal around the screw. And he says the grommets get exposed to sunlight and deteriorate over time. So I need to replace all the screws holding the roof down. And that's not going to be inexpensive by any means. Okay. Where was the other thing I thought I had to show? Oh, there it is. I was trying to get the bag open for. And we're going to wrap it up with this one, I think. If I can get the bag open. There we go. It's a sodalite piece. I'm just trying to hook the chain here. Oh, goodness. I'm just checking one more thing on it before I. Yeah. Okay, we'll pass on that. And bring the camera up. I got a little piece of sodalite. We'll start this at $6, I guess. The chain itself is silver plate. We cleaned it up. I mean, that's how we knew it was silver plate. And you just got a little silver. I think it might be silver wire it's wrapped in. I don't know though. It's, I didn't get a chance to test it. Let me check my magnet real quick here. Hang on. I know the chain is magnetic. I don't think the base. No, it's not magnetic. So it might be wrapped in silver wire. It appears to be silver wire to me. But this is the sodalite piece that they fastened in there. Somebody made, I suspect. But, like I said, the chain itself is a silver plate. So, I see Marlin at 6. Going once. Excuse me. Going twice. Last call. And sold. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Put that in a bag. What do I have left? Oh, I do have anything left. Well, I do have some more state stuff. I have a whole box full of state stuff sitting next to me here. What did I do with your other bag? All right. Okay. Let's see what we got from the estate here that might be interesting. Oh, it's a stone. Oh. I've shown that for a couple times, I think. Oh, okay. I think I showed this one in the past. I may have. I may or may not have. This is also sodalite, I think. Yeah. Well, I got a question mark next to it, but okay. This is a big one. Back this up so you can see the whole thing. So blue, I'm going to put question mark, sodalite, question mark, and silver tone. necklace. And I can't believe I was only asking, I think, I was only asking $6 for that. I think that's what I'll keep it at too. But I'll show it up close here. There's the clasp. It's not marked. It's just a. Well, it is marked. Take that back. Let me look at it. See what it says. Oh, sterling. Huh. Okay. It's a sterling clasp on it. There you go. So that's a bargain. Obviously, if it's sterling class, worth some money. So, well, probably way underpriced. That's okay. Again, it's one of the estate pieces I've been trying to get rid of for quite a while. So going once, going twice. Well, probably why I marked the price down on it. Last column. Sold, sold, sold. Well, if these are silver, no, they're not. They're too light for silver. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Find a bag for that. Put your name on it. I'll let your name in a plastic bag. There. Okay. Well, that is going to end it for the night, I think, right there. I do have a few more state pieces that here I could show, I suppose. In fact, I have. Interesting. I have a few bracelets there. Just let me see out of curiosity, is anything worth showing again? Huh. That goes with the necklace I just showed. Huh. I'm finding matching sets now. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Where did that piece go? Huh. I just found a bracelet that goes with a necklace with the estate. Interesting. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. Okay. Really? Over $100. Wow. We had didn't I sell a Larimar piece a while back? Yeah, I think maybe was it you that bought it? I can't recall. That was months ago. Yeah. Huh. I remember that. Huh. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, let me shut some lights off here. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's been so you probably didn't hear my chat at the beginning, but it's been I mean the graduation was great and went very well. We timed things right where the rain happened when we were undercover. So walking from the parking lot to the pavilion was dry, and then while we were in the pavilion, it poured. It came down like buckets, and then it cleared up, and it actually got briefly sunny when we had to walk back to the car, and then rained again when we got back to my grandson's place. So we ended up having to go indoors. But yeah, it's been cold here. 46 today, I think, when I came upstairs. 40s and 50s for the past week. We had 70s and 80s just 2 weeks ago. And this past week, this Tuesday, we had to go to a funeral for a very close friend that we've known for 45 years. So unexpected. It was very unexpected. So it's been a rough week, rough couple of weeks. Well, hectic, rough, and sad rough. So, but anyway, that's where things are. But I will try and get back on my regular Wednesday schedule next week. Thank you, Marlene. And so I'll be back on Wednesday at 8:30 again next week, if Lord willing. I think I don't have anything. No, can't do anything that's going to happen on Wednesday that's going to interrupt this. So we will be back on. Um, Probably a lot more jewelry. Like I said, I have some. I've been occasionally toying with putting some non-jewelry stuff up, and I do have some really interesting things we've come across recently that we've acquired. So thank you for the blessings. He's excited and looking for a job. So I'm sure he'll find something. He's graduated magna cum laude, I think it was. So it's good. So he's got good grades and got good referrals as well, because he worked for one of his professors. So he's got that going for him. So anyway, that's where we are. So I'm going to call it an. I'm tired. But blessings on everybody out there, and we'll see you next Wednesday, Lord willing. And have a blessed Memorial Day weekend. It's a long weekend for those of us still working. Have a great night.